My son is a better artist than you, therefore he deserves your sketchbook. For some background, during the summer between my 8th and 9th grade school years, I signed up for an architecture program in Boston, being hosted by a college dedicated to art and design. I won't say which one for privacy reasons. The program was 5 weeks long and consisted of the students going around the city looking for inspiration and learning about different styles, methods, and types of architecture. I ended up learning a lot from that program, and it helped me during my sophomore year of high school, since I took an architectural design class, but that's a different story. This program was somewhat unique because most of the time we were out in the city sketching and drawing things on sketchbooks given to us by the program, and I loved that sketchbook. I would doodle everything in there, whether it be fan art, landscape, character designs, basically anything that crossed my mind. Anyways, one day during the 3rd week of the program, they decided it would be a good idea to take my group to the Boston Public Garden because that place is absolutely gorgeous and full of things to sketch. Anyways, on to the story. So my group arrived at the garden at around noon, and my leaders came up with a challenge. They told me and the other 5 kids in the group that we would have an hour to draw the best sketch of the garden, and whoever won would get a gift card to Dunkin' Donuts. Everyone wanted that free gift card, so we all split up and went to different areas to capture the best part of the park. I ended up picking a gorgeous spot under a weeping willow tree right next to the pond where the swan boats would pass by. Perfect. It was my golden ticket to a free gift card, and I didn't want to miss out, so I began to draw. I was about a half hour in and I had most of the pond done and was moving on to some of the landscape in the back when I hear a snicker from above me. I look up to find this 12-year-old kid staring down at me smiling, which startled me at first, but then I realised he must be seeing what I'm doing. Nothing wrong with that.
That's the best you can draw? Please, I can draw art like that within 3 minutes.
I keep a straight face and as kindly as I can tell him, "Oh, well, that's awesome you can draw like this. It's always nice to meet more artists. You can watch over me if you'd like to."
No, I've got bigger things to do than watch someone struggle something so simple.
And left. I was a bit confused and frustrated since I was just talked down to by a 12-year-old, but I just brushed it off seeing as I had more important things to do. About 20 minutes later, and I begin to add some details like birds flying and some textures, when in the corner of my eye, I see not just EK coming up to me again, but this other woman as well. She had long curly blonde hair, a tank top, jeans, skinny, and this really annoyed look on her face. Uh-oh, she came up to me putting on this fake smile while looking down at me, and this is how the convo went.
Hi there, young man. My son just told me he saw you doing some really good art.
Oh, why thank you.
EK here is a really good artist, top of his class, and is doing some art online. You could learn a lot from him.
That's cool. It's nice to meet other people who are also interested in art. I'm still learning some techniques to improve my work, and I'm always open to suggestions and tips from others.
Yes, well, EK also told me that he really likes your sketchbook and the drawings in them.
Oh, well, I'm glad he does. Yes.
So can he have it?
What?
My kid's been looking for a new sketchbook and he can't seem to find the right one for him. But he said yours is perfect, so can he please have it?
I'm sorry, I can't give away this sketchbook since it has all of my drawings in it. If you want, I can see if I can find it for you online.
No, he told me it has to be your sketchbook, nothing else. So can you please give it to him? It would mean a lot.
I'm sorry, but no. Like I said, this has all of my drawings in it and I can't give them away like that.
You're just selfish. You should always give away things to those who are less fortunate than you, so stop being a brat and give it to him.
No, I told you once and I won't tell you again. This has all of my drawings in it and I'd be happy to direct you to where you can buy a sketchbook just like this one.
Mom, why don't you have it yet?
Don't worry, honey. Mummy's getting it for you.
See what you did? Now stop being so difficult and just give it to him.
She snatched the sketchbook from my hands, gave it to EK, then walked away. I was dumbfounded and took a few seconds to process what the freak just happened. And when I came back to reality, I began to chase her down. And just as I did, someone stood in front of Karen and EK.
Get out of my way, I need to get home right now.
The nice man said, "Okay, I'll move when you give that book back to that young gentleman over there," pointing at me.
It's not his. He stole it from EK, so I just took it back from him. Now move.
I know that's a lie. I've been having a picnic with my family for an hour and we've seen him sitting under that tree with that book all that time. Then you came along and snatched it from him. Care to explain why? Karen was now stumbling upon her words.
He took it before he came to the tree. It's still EK's and I'm not giving it back to that thief.
The nice man then snatches the book from EK. Then why are all the images signed Danger instead of EK? Karen's face went white. She stood there looking at him for a few moments, then walked away cursing at him and telling me my drawing sucked anyways. Of course she did. How nice. The nice man thankfully gave my sketchbook back, and I thanked him graciously. Can you imagine if he'd just run off with it instead? I flipped through the pages to find that EK had completely defaced my sketches, scribbling out everything with a black pen, to the point where the drawing was just a bunch of black lines. He even drew on the back page of the book, which looked like a dog drawn by a 3-month-old. I couldn't tell because it was so bad. Take that, EK. Thankfully, EK had not gotten to my garden drawing, and I was so happy because I actually still had a chance of winning that card. The nice man looked over my garden drawing and told me that it was incredibly good and I should be proud. It was really nice to hear that after a grown woman and young boy completely destroyed and ridiculed my work. I thanked him over and over before leaving to the entrance of the park, and the nice man told me he'd warned the park patrol about them. I didn't end up winning the gift card. Some other kid who drew like a god drew an amazing picture on top of the bridge overlooking the pond. Mostly because I didn't get any time to finish the details, but my counsellors still said it was really good. I also told them about what happened with Karen and EK, and we also told the park patrol about what happened. Not sure about what happened to them, but I really don't care, and just hope that they were punished in some way or another. Buy your own frickin' Wi-Fi. So I live in an apartment complex, and some people buy their own Wi-Fi, like me, because the apartment Wi-Fi is really slow, especially with so many people using it. There are a lot of people on my floor because it's the top floor, so I don't know everyone. What I do know is that there is a really loud family in the room next to mine that has gotten several noise complaints, one from me, that they just ignored because I guess they just don't give a poop, and the rules don't apply to them apparently. So one night after a long day of work and walking through the rain one Tuesday night, I decided to watch TV to relax, and the room next to me, the loud family, became louder and louder. But this time I heard a thud, crying, a door opening, footsteps and banging on my door. The story is about to get juicy. So after all the noises and the banging at my door, I, like most people would, decided to get up and see what all the fuss was about. I open the door and see a 5'9" dark-haired woman standing in the hallway, and the following conversation begins. Good evening. Good evening, what brings you here? I look at my watch at 6:30. So, long story short, my Wi-Fi, the apartment one, is running super slow and my son's games won't work. So I was wondering if I would use your Wi-Fi for just one day? Now, I was being nice because it was just one day. Sure, but just for one day, right? Of course. So I whisper her the password so no one will hear. Okay, thanks again. Glad to help. The next day, my connection was garbage. It was running so slow, loading one page took at least 5 minutes. I gave her one more day because I'm assuming they went to sleep after 20 minutes because it was 6:30. The day after that, I finally changed the password and I heard the same series of noises. A thud, crying, a door opening, footsteps and banging on my door. I opened the door and there she was again. I'm guessing she wasn't happy because she had that let me speak to your manager look that most Karens have. The following conversation began. So, you changed your password? Yeah, you said one day and that one day was the worst because my connection was horrible. Well, I was wondering if I could use it just one more time. I'm sorry, I need to have my Wi-Fi because I like to enjoy what I pay for. Well, I kind of have a kid, so I need to keep him occupied or else I have to deal with him watching the TV instead of me watching TV, and I need my TV. Well, if you want, I could recommend a good website to purchase your own fast and good Wi-Fi. I'm not interested. I need your Wi-Fi because I don't want to pay for this bull poop. Well, I can't buy Wi-Fi only to not use it, and I don't think the yelling in language is necessary. Just give me the Wi-Fi. I need it now. Mrs., I need you to leave now because I'm becoming kind of annoyed by this yelling. I'm not giving you the Wi-Fi and that's final. You selfish bum. Wi-Fi can be shared, the apartment does it. But that's an apartment complex, not a personal Wi-Fi that has been paid for by one person and not a massive company. Freak you. I never saw her again because I guess she hated me for life. I look back on it and sometimes wonder if I should have given her the Wi-Fi for one more day. But I think it might have ended up happening every day. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it would have done. You made the right decision. I also later learned that the thud was the entitled kid slamming his tablet on the ground after the loading took too long. The crying was also him. All the other sounds, you know what they are. I hope you enjoyed this story about someone wanting to steal my paid for Wi-Fi, because actually living in it wasn't very fun. Enjoy your day.
Anyway, if you enjoyed that video, go and check out another one right away. There are so many more Reddit stories on my channel for you to enjoy. Also, drop me a comment below if there's another subreddit that I haven't looked at yet and you want to see in the next video.